Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ripastrey, and today we'll be exploring the YouTube series The Man in the Suit by Unknowingly. Now you can get a vague idea of what it's about based on its title. A man in a suit. A Godzilla suit that he fuses into, and now he's full of rage and mutating. Cool, huh? Now enough introductions, let's actually begin. Starting with the first video, Godzilla Suit Incident, 1954. Throughout the video, we see black and white photos of a Godzilla along with text telling us, the audience, that the man in the Godzilla suit's identity is unknown, and that there's an odd story about the actor. Now for a brief moment, we see flashing in the screen is text, and when translated it says, Godzilla may be a monster, but I wonder if it's natural for me to be in the body of this giant, so I can become one with him. Or something along those lines if I translated it correctly. Now obviously this actor was playing Godzilla and had to wear a suit, but it turns out they fell in love with it. The actor wore the suit pretty much all the time to the point his face was hardly ever seen by the staff. Even if the suit got too warm, the actor didn't get out of it, almost like he was addicted to it. The actor also took the suit home despite being told not to, and he claims his name was now Goji. Goji was the nickname for Godzilla, or the suit. Now the last time the actor was seen was when he was on set and suddenly he stopped. Several minutes later, the actor would walk before stopping again and his breathing was unusual. The director thought the actor was joking around and tried to continue with filming, but the actor wouldn't budge. So they had to check in on the actor by looking inside, and what they discovered was that the actor fused into the suit. His body was growing into it, and as the suit was pulled, his flesh ripped. He's no longer a person in a costume. His body deformed and he's now what he claims to be, Goji. And this was the first video. Interesting setup for what's to come, but that's not all. In the description, we see more information, and when translated, it says, Godzilla may be a monster, but it seems different to me. He is rather a god. Control our world according to each order, and I will be the meat of the beast. I will be the host of Godzilla. Because I want to be a god who is respected by people, I want to be the meat of this beast, and the fear of which one is wrong. I'm not a movie monster. It's Goji. The law of good and evil. I will live in this beast, because he is the one who could help us. There is no god. Just me, Goji. Crazy. My first guess was the actor was given the opportunity to become a quote-unquote god by becoming the meat of the suit, by becoming Goji. And honestly, it's a little unnerving to picture what the inside of the suit might look like. Ooh, actually, this makes me wonder. While in the suit, did the actor just went mad? Was he hearing whispering voices calling to him, promising godhood just to use his flesh? Or were there other means to why he ended up the way he did? Did something out of this world cause him to end up that way? Or did something he do made him end up that way? I guess the only way to find out is by continuing. So let's move on to the next video. Unknowingly Suit Incident, 1955. It begins with what I believe is a trailer or promotion for one of the Godzilla movies in which two monsters are fighting each other. We get told that the actor in the suit continues on for the next movie, but was kept away from the public eye to avoid revealing the situation and potentially getting sued. They wanted to milk the franchise, so they can't expose what happened. Speaking of which, they had private doctors investigating the situation, and they weren't sure what was the cause, but assumed maybe a pill or something was taken which made the actor's flesh melt and fuse into the suit, making the suit the actor's skin. And I actually mean skin. You can touch the suit, and to the actor, it would feel exactly like touching them. The suit is their skin. Even his bones rearranged itself to better match the anatomy and height of the suit. And he could see through the eye sockets though his eyes were bloodshot. Alarming, right? There's more. Remember when I mentioned that in the beginning of this video it opened with a trailer of a movie of two monsters fighting each other? The second kaiju monster is Unknowingly. And just like Goji's actor, this one is unknown, or maybe kept a secret. Now, this actor wasn't made aware of Goji's actor's situation, so they were only left feeling weirded out by them. Probably because the only noises that Goji made sounded similar to an animal, and because the actor never left the suit during filming. Anyways, Goji's actor was being cooperative during the filming until the last scene in which the two kaijus had to fight. Goji's actor bit the neck of the suit, which wasn't in the script, and caused a lot of blood to come out from the other actor. Now, Unknowingly's neck was also the location of the actor's head, and that's where the blood is coming from. The actor in the Unknowingly suit screamed out in pain before eventually stopping, becoming limp. After this, Goji's actor didn't let anyone get too close to the other actor. Only when he woke up was when the crew were able to get close. But here's the problem. The suit wouldn't come off. For a flashing moment, we see this on the screen, and when translated, it says, Wake up, you have a purpose. Stop trying to stop the inevitable. We then see what happened to the actor inside the suit. Rather than finding a person inside, we see this, along with text saying, Help me. So, zombie logic? Bite equals infection? The other actor got infected by Goji, so they're now in a similar situation where they're fusing into the suits? Yikes. There's also a message in the description which seems like a conversation between Goji's actor and the other actor. Let's read it. Help me! Someone help me! It hurts! It hurts so much, it hurts! I can't get out! Please help me! Oh God! There's no God. Just me. Don't worry, I will make you whole again. You lost your family, that's why I take revenge. Kill those who have wronged us. Who are you? It's Goji. Only Goji. It seems like Goji wants to collect allies and is beginning with this actor. And if not allies, then I guess just mutating people just cuz. Now, we still have no idea how Goji's actor ended up the way he did, but it's clearly contagious and it allowed Goji to infect others like I mentioned before, so if the people making these films are any smarter, they probably should not have people in suits close to Goji's actor. But they're not smart because of another video, which we'll get to later. Also, I believe there was a reason why Goji's actor guarded the unconscious actor. It was to give the infection more time and to allow the actor's body to actually fuse and melt into the suit. That's why Goji's actor didn't let any of the staff get near the unconscious body until the infection probably completed, I'm assuming. Maybe it takes time for the bodies to reform and melt into the suit. Now let's move on to the video after this. Godzilla Encounter video. It begins with footage from a movie, this time it's the one with King Kong. We see a poster and above this is text stating, "We are with them." Goji's actor was of course in this film. We then get introduced to an anonymous person who acted as a cameraman and was made aware of Goji's situation. He was told that he would be arrested if he lets the information get out, but he believes that the truth needs to come out. So he tells us that Goji doesn't seem to enjoy King Kong since it's an American film, and that Goji's actor doesn't like working with Americans. Goji disliked the actor of King Kong, Shuichi Hirose, and the reason for this is because he was portraying an American monster. Goji saw him as a traitor. During the filming, Goji's actor wasn't as cooperative as in the last film, and he would both roar and attack the Americans. And during one scene when the cameraman was instructed to keep filming, something went wrong. Goji pushed the King Kong actor off of the cliff. The two struggled in the water until only one came out, Goji. The cameraman who's also making this video said that he left the room to get a breather, but when he did, he started to hear screamings from the room. That's when the power went out. With his other camera in hand, the cameraman tried searching for an exit until he heard footsteps. He took a photograph with the flash on to see who it was. It was the man in the suit, Goji. On top of the image was text reading, "Traitor." So, Goji a racist confirmed? Okay, let's look at the description. "Traitor, we were supposed to make a movie about what happened, about what they did to my family, what they did to me, you filthy traitors. I didn't pour my soul into this corpse to be toyed with and with the people who killed my family. Traitor." So Goji / the man in the suit is holding a grudge and it's one targeted towards Americans. Also, it's not like Goji's against filming. In the other movie, Goji was fine throughout the whole thing, only being a bother in order to infect the other actor. However, in this film, Goji's actor was only hostile towards Americans during the filming, and didn't seem interested in infecting the other actor because he saw them as a traitor. So yeah, Goji or the actor's motivations are becoming more clear as we go, to infect and seek revenge on traitors, and those who wronged them. How was he wronged? We'll see by moving on to the next videos. What's next? Depiction of growth. It begins by mentioning someone named Lisa, a fake name, who is smart but has never seen anything similar to Goji's situation before, the actor specifically. We then hear a call recording of Lisa who is positive that a pill wasn't the cause of this, but radiation. She believes the man in the suit exploded and reshaped within the suit, filling the inside similar to a donut filled with cream. But in this case, rather than being two separate things, they're fusing together and becoming one. The man in the suit is being mutated, turning into a creature and losing his humanity, becoming animalistic. And in the photo that we've seen before, there's light coming from the monster's eyes. Humans' eyes don't do that, but you know what does? Animals. Scary! She then recommends to put him down before it's too late for mankind. Mutating doesn't have a stopping point. It will only get worse if they let the man in the suit continue living. After this, we then see 3 illustrations from an artist, each depicting Goji, and we hear a muffling recording in the background. As for the description, it reads, "I am not a monster. I will help you all. I will kill those who have wronged me, those who murdered my family, and those who supported them. You killed my family. Monsters." Goji's actor seems pretty brutal. Watch out if you wronged his family. Looking at you, Americans. Okay, now then, next up, suit trial. It begins with an investigation around the Toho building in which a tape was discovered. This tape was from years after the Ungrius incident, and there's a recording saying, "We are fully aware of the situation we are in. We will do our best to test what threw me to hear so they can train him. We will try and do some audio tests. Let's start with the man in the suit. We have him in a cell. Make sure he's there until you can train him. He destroyed the light and only the darkness. But that's okay. We have light." So this was the message in the recording which the person making this video tried translating, and this was the best that they could do. Honestly, even with the descriptions help, it sounds a little funky to me, but hey, if that's what it is, that's what it is. Now, if I had to guess, I'm assuming the people making this recording wants to keep the people in the suits under control, and might be facing some difficulties or challenges. After this, we see another recording, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand it. So I looked in the comments and was provided this text. I don't know if this is right, but I did hear the last part. "Destroyer of worlds." Yikes. After this, a song plays and something slowly and creepily moves closer. It's Goji's actor. Returning back to the description, we see another text and when translated reads, "Why should I listen to him?" Now moving on to the next video. Mailed messages. Someone in the Toho studios was believed to be making tapes and mailing it to the person making this video. In the tape, we get shown footage with text saying, "You don't understand. You killed my family. You Americans cheered when we lost. We lost our homes. We lost our families. You nuked us. The nuke took my wife. The nuke took my kids. Hiroshima was our home. I left for a business trip. You took everything from me. So I decided to return peace by getting rid of the people who wronged us." We then see Goji, whose mouth opens and it looks quite unsettling. Now, if you don't know what this is talking about, time to brush up on your history. Hiroshima was bombed by the United States during World War II. I'm not going to give an in-depth history lesson, but let's just say while in war, everything sucks. Because of all the trauma that comes from war, I'm guessing the man in the suit is going to use his newly found power to seek revenge for the wrongs done to him during the war. Americans took away his home, his family, and all that's left is rage. And the suit that he found himself in is what's giving him the power to do something. Spooky! After this, the next video is Dorsal Extraction, 1962. More stuff was mailed to the person making this video, but it wasn't professional and appeared as sloppy. And like before, it came from Toho. At least that's what the address said in the packages. Anyways, we learn that the person making this video is fired, but has a spy on the inside providing information. We then get shown the tape titled Dorsal Extraction, which centered around taking the man out of the suit. And surprisingly, he was cooperative and the process didn't hurt. But we then learn that after this, the man in the suit attacked the cameraman. We see a few photos after this, one showing an unsettlingly large mouth on Goji. As for the description, it reads, "I'm beautiful in the dark." Now, what I find interesting is him being cooperative during the removal of the suit. Some people believe that the man in the suit wasn't stripping from his skin, but just shedding, like a reptile normally does. But there was also another thing pointed out by the people in the comment section. It's believed that the man in the suit has sensitive eyes, so he reacts badly to flashing from cameras. And that could explain the "I'm beautiful in the dark" comment. The man in the suit might just prefer to be in the dark. But that's just a guess. Next video! Did you forget about Ungrius? You better not, cause that's another person in a suit. After some digging, the tape of what happened to the man in the Ungrius suit was found. What happened to him? He was causing issues and didn't want to be seen. At some point, a taser had to be used to subdue the man in the Ungrius suit, and they're basically treating him like a dog. So how's the man in the suit feeling about all this? When we turn to the description, we see text saying, "Why can't they listen? I just want to be human again." Clearly not having a good time. At the end of the video, it hints at another movie, one involving a moth giant. Ooh, more suit monsters. Just you wait until they actually start mutating and becoming actual giants. That's going to be messy. Next up, rare newspaper. The person making this video begins by sharing their desire to leave Japan, but can't because of their fear of getting arrested. The situation is only getting worse, and as they continue looking into it, we learn that at some point during the filming of a movie, the man in the suit escaped. The incident was on the news because many people spotted the creature and there was even photos taken. A witness stated that the creature looked uncanny, both real and fake, but it was clear that it was a man in a suit. After Toho was made aware of the situation, they covered it up by claiming it was promotion for their next movie. This excuse worked out for them. Obviously, the person making this video had a lot of questions, and personally, I believe the most important questions is how did he escape, and did Toho manage to capture him? In the end, we see a moth, and as for the description, it reads, "This place, the outside air, the cars, the windows, the house. Did they just move on? Will we forget?" I believe this is about the man in the suit's frustration over how everyone can continue on as normal despite everything that happened. Revenge is clouding his mind and he can't accept moving on like everyone else. Goji is growing larger, and so is his anger. How frightening. Now the latest video of the series. Missouri suit incident. The video begins by explaining that the man in the suit had to wear contact lenses because of his bloodshot eyes, and he was covered in a paste. During the filming, he was pushed all over the place because of the winds, and that he was treated like an animal, probably a blow to his pride. As for the movie's moth giant, it wasn't a person in a suit, but a puppet. The man in the suit wasn't made aware of the puppet because it acted lifelike, and Toho thought this was perfect because it would avoid problems, until they realized that they needed someone in the larva suits. Wanna guess what happened? After realizing that the moth was a puppet, the man in the suit lashed out, and charged at the actress in the larva suit. He bit her head. And you wanna know what's the sad part of this all? The actress's parents were watching. They of course tried to intervene, but ended up getting mauled to death by the man in the suit. Ouch. After this, the man in the suit defended the larva suit just like he did with the angriest suit, but this time the crew was ready and tased him to get him away from the larva suit. Sadly, this ended with him running and he managed to escape. A team was sent out to capture him while 4 people were tasked to help the actress get out of the larva suit. After an hour, the team sent out found the man in the suit admiring nature in the forest. He appeared calm until attempts to capture him began. He twitched and started vibrating before beginning to vomit what was believed to be his own blood. They captured him and they managed to take him back. As they returned, they expected to find the actress in the same state as the others in the suits, but instead they found this. Oof, that's bad. That's where the video ends, but going back to the vomiting. It's believed that the man in the suit attempted to activate his atomic breath attack that Godzilla is known for, but instead all that came out was blood, either because of the lack of experience or the taser and wandering around exhausted him to the point it would be difficult to activate that breath attack. Either way, don't touch the blood, it's probably infectious if you ask me. Now then, that's a lot. And my explanation for some of this was probably ass, I'm sorry. So let me summarize everything and tell you what I believe is going on. The man in the suit was once an ordinary actor who found himself in the role as playing Godzilla, which was nicknamed Goji during the filming. During the filming, the man developed an obsession over the suit to the point he doesn't want to be apart from it. Something started to happen to the actor, and instead of being a person in a suit, he became the suit's meat/insides, and the suit was now his skin. The actor is mutating and he claims to now be Goji, likely going insane and having his mind twisted. The man in the suit started to get consumed by rage, which peaked when he was forced to work with Americans because it reminded him of the bombing and losing his family because of the war. Additionally, the man in the suit has the ability to infect others in suits and bit two people, which caused them to change. Goji has the goal to have revenge for his family, and because he's mutating, he's likely becoming an even larger problem in the future. As for the person documenting everything, they're gathering all their information that they can while having a person in the inside helping them too, because they're pretty much the only ones worried about Goji. Toho Studios seems more interested in using Goji as their cash cow to make more movies, and another reason why they're keeping it a secret is to avoid getting in trouble. However, the person making this video wants to expose everything before it's too late, before Goji becomes this god that he claims to be. I don't know if the man in the suit is actually becoming a god or he's just mutating in a way that makes him feel like a god, but if you're American, sorry, he don't like you. And that's the Man in the Suit series, at least everything so far. Kind of easy to understand, though I do still wonder how the man ended up like that. They hinted to radiation, so that, but how did he get exposed to radiation? At first I assumed it was something paranormal or an actual god, maybe a demon, something out of this world that's twisting his mind, but if it's not that, then maybe he just somehow ended up getting exposed to radiation, which is causing him to fuse and melt into the suit and mutate. How'd he get exposed to radiation? I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know if I missed something, but if I did, please tell me in the comment section. And again, this is The Man in the Suit by Unknowingly. Links in the description! And I hope you enjoyed this video. I better not catch you dying on me, and goodbye! Like and subscribe. Leave a comment too. Please!